Hi, friends. So, if we haven't met yet, my name's Stephanie, and I am a part time online reseller and also a stay at home mom to six that I homeschool. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. I thought, let's talk about finances and debt specifically. If you are new here, I have been working to pay off a credit card, and here's what happened. So, we go visit my family in New York. We did not do a very good job of planning for this trip. So we used a credit card, just like normal, right? We paid for an Airbnb. We had to use it for gas, for tolls, all the normal things. And it took us 4 months to pay it off. And I thought I'd share with you how my reselling business, once I started taking it seriously as a part time business, catapulted us to pay it off quicker than we would have been able to. So I've been a reseller on and off, very part time for years. This year, January, is when I first finally started taking it seriously and thought, I can make some real good part time money from this side hustle, small business, and still be home with my kids and homeschool. So, as of January 31st, our credit card balance was $713.25. Now, keep in mind, we've been paying this since November. I don't have all those details because just for the sake of time, I wanted to just share what I used from my reselling. Okay, so $231.62 was paid off just with our regular checking, my husband's paychecks. And that's about like a 2 week time span from January 31st to February 17th. I also took a bunch of stuff to stuff a consignment store, which I think you get like 40% of the sale. So we cashed that out, and that was $34. And we put that towards our credit card too. And then, are you ready for this number? Because this actually shocked me. From my reselling income, I paid $447.63 towards our credit card. And that was just mind blowing. And I want to share that I had a little bit of money in my account from the last year, but okay, I'm trying to. Anyways, sorry for the interruptions. Got kids. Um, Lost my train of thought. So I was able to use a lot of my reselling money because I have very low cost of goods. And actually, I haven't been thrifting for months because I had so much. Sorry, I'm out of breath because I ran up the stairs. I had so much unlisted inventory. So I haven't had to spend money on inventory in many months. So that's why I could put so much towards our debt. And of course, save some to pay income tax because this is taxable income. But regardless of that, I still think it's an amazing feat. Like we paid it off. And now on to our next loan, which is a personal loan. And I thought I would share that and just in hopes that it inspires you to start paying your debt off because debt robs you of your freedom. It causes a lot of stress. It's the number one marital, well, the number one cause of divorce is money fights and money problems. And nobody wants that. And it just, no one wants to just work just to throw their money away at debt. Let's be real. We want money to save up for our retirement. We want to enjoy our lives, not just be enslaved to debt. Anyways, I want to share some things that I learned because this was very interesting and very eye opening. So once you set your mind on something, it becomes like all you think about. Like every time we go to the store, me and my husband would think, do we need this? Do we want this item more than we want to be out of debt? Do we want this thing more than we want the freedom? And usually the answer was no, we do not. We would rather pay more towards our debt. So every time we felt the need to impulse buy, we didn't. Sometimes we would add it to our cart, and by a lot of times we ended up putting it back. Or if we bought something, we would say, oh, well, I guess we can't get this other thing that we thought we wanted because we got to stay on track. And it's a lot of it is mental, you guys. A lot of it is like in your head. Like you have to battle your mind because the flesh is weak and you will want things and think you want it. But it's actually the hunting for the item. And then once you get it, the novelty wears off and you don't really want it anymore. And you kind of get this sense of regret, at least most of the time. And the other thing I learned is that it's not always these huge payments that make the difference. That's what we think. That's what I thought. I thought we can't pay this off unless we pay like huge payments all the time. And yeah, there were times we had $100 payments, $200 payments, but there were also times we had $5 payments, sometimes even less from our Change It Up because we have like an account where in our checking account it like puts it in another account to round up for the change, and we always use that towards it. But a lot of times we also had like $10 payments, 15, 20, 30 here and there. Every time I'd get paid from my sales, I'd take a portion and pay it. And I was paying like, $30 this day, $40 the next day, 50 one day. And it all compounded and added up to that $447, which is amazing. So just know that it's death by a thousand cuts. That's what they say. That's what Dave Ramsey says. And it also applies to paying off your debt. Like all those $5 payments, $10 payments, they add up. Just like impulse buys, they add up. And you are shocked by how much you spent at the end of the week, at the end of the month. And yeah, hopefully this was encouraging. And I know I'm going off on like a tangent. This is not my usual reselling content, but I think it does relate because I'm using that's actually the reason why I started to really take it seriously was to pay off debt because it was stressing me and my husband out, and I can't go out and just get a job. I got 6 kids. It wouldn't work. And this is something that I like, something that I've seen success, and something I know that I can make work. And if you're struggling out there, then I think you can do it too. Start with what you have in your house. But first, you got to stop the bleeding. You got to stop using the credit card, stop using the debt. You have to nip it in the bud. You have to stop adding to it. You have to look at what you're making, look at what is outgoing, see what you can cut. Like we don't go out to eat. We don't go buy new clothes. We buy our kids clothes when they need it, and we shop secondhand. I don't go off and buy new clothes, hardly ever. Most of my clothes come from my inventory that I got super cheap, and I just rewear like basically the same stuff. And that makes me think I really need to go through my closet because I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of stuff I could list. And you just have to live below your means. Like, stop worrying about what everyone else is doing because odds are most people are broke. I think the statistic was like 8 out of 10 people are living paycheck to paycheck. And that's not a good place to be. That's not where you want to be. So if you guys are working on getting out of debt, like this video, subscribe, and I'll definitely be sharing more updates on this debt-free journey because we also got a van loan, an auto loan to pay off. And that's about $12,000. And eventually, we want to fully fund our emergency fund and pay off our house early. That's the plan. And I am so thankful for you if you made it this far. And hopefully, this inspired you to look at your own financial situation, whatever that may be, and let me know down below, like, where are you at in your journey? Are you drowning in debt or are you debt free? Let us know. And I'll see you on the next one.